Hey everybody, Dustin Dale's back here once again. I'm at the Funny Bone Comedy Club, 168th and Dodge, and tonight it's that time of the year again. We got the Ragin Cajun in town. It's good to see you, man.
Man, peace to you. Very nice to see you too. It's good to be back. It really is good to be back, you know?
That's good. That's good, man. Hey,
If you don't mind me jumping in, I started my visit to Omaha right. I went to the Hilton Garden Inn in West Omaha, and they treat me like a king. I just love them. And then I went and did Todd and Tyler on Thursday morning, and then after Todd and Tyler, I left and I went and had breakfast at Bailey's with my loving little waitress. I'm going to make my way downtown. I'm going to do Tenenbaums. I'm going to do Hollywood Candy. I'm back in Omaha.
You know all the right spots. You should lead the tour guide trip. You should lead the tour trip.
I'd do it too. I would. There's something about, I think everybody should love your city. I think everybody should love your city. And if you do, you find riches in it that are really cool. And for me, that downtown market you have and those developers and those people who keep working to keep it strong and keep it moving and keep it forward is really, really cool. Because coming from outside, to be able to go to those areas and see things like that, especially the restoration of the buildings and not allowing them to be in any way deteriorating, is really, really productive for a downtown like that. So I really like Omaha in that sense. There's greater things than just me just being able to pop up on stage, which I love to do, and I have been for 20 plus years. You know what I mean? But coming to Omaha is pretty cool. And yeah, I'd tour guide in a minute.
Now, you've always come to Omaha a lot. What was the best hidden gem you found around the city that you weren't told to go check out, but you found and you loved it?
All right. Let me just lay it off. First would be a little place called Frank's Pizza. And Frank's Pizza is probably some of the best, as he calls it, pie, which his father and his grandfather and so on and so forth, and their families are enriched in these businesses. And Frank's Pizza was a gem to me. Second one, or just as equal as first, would be my friendship with Todd and Tyler. You know what I mean? Because they're okay. They take you as you are. You know what I mean? That radio is not something scripted. That's gentlemen talking about life and how they feel and what they do. That would be a good gem. Now, to top all gems off is my general manager here, Colleen. That's the greatest gem because she's not only my friend, she's my kid's friend, and she's my wife's friend, and she's a good person. And I think Omaha Funny Bone is pretty damn lucky to have her.
It's a shame that you're already married because she's been marrying a lot of these comics that come through here.
She might have been marrying them as in if she's got the license to do so.
That's what I'm...
Because I can tell you, she don't want none of us.
Yeah, that's probably true as well. Now, I had the opportunity, before I came to talk to you tonight, I had the chance to go sit down with the band Chicago. Right. You a big fan of Chicago?
Oh, my God, really? How did that happen? How did you get the opportunity?
Well, I just reached out to them. I said, hey, you guys are in town for the show. What do you say I just come do a quick interview with you? And they said, yeah. So I went and chatted with them a little bit. They got into the Hall of Fame this year, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. After 22 years of being eligible and not getting in, they finally got in.
I'm glad that you went and reached out like that because you're young. Chicago wasn't even your era, what I mean?
They weren't.
So yeah, that's a hell of a gig. I wish you the very best. That's beautiful. Chicago's a great group, man. I mean, you grew up in, you know the sound of a 442, Cutlass. I mean, it's just a great era. That's a great band. Ooh, wow.
You got a favorite?
Did they perform here?
They're performing at the CenturyLink Center right now.
Oh, man.
Actually, in about 20 minutes, they're going to hit the stage.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is why a few of you are at my show tonight. No, I'd like to let you know we got a great audience tonight. Are you kidding me?
You go to Chicago, and then you come to the Late Show after that. That's what you do.
There will be no Late Show tonight, though.
That's right. No Late Show tonight, but you can come on Saturday, come on Friday, come on Sunday.
Sure.
Do you have a favorite? What was your favorite band growing up?
Mine probably is ELO. Electric Light Orchestra. Kansas was killer, and then I was forced to listen to older music because I was the last of 9 kids, and I was raised by World War II mom and dad, So you had, Frank and Tony Bennett, and I mean the Mills Brothers, and I mean all the big bands and things. So my genre of music especially as a younger kid, because my oldest brother is 17 years older than I am. So when you look at the perspective of it, my music was in a large range. But I think Kansas and ELO and those groups then, that was my favorite. I loved that music. I loved it, And then listening to South Louisiana music, there's artists that, really nobody knows about. But those things were, yeah, I think that they were.
That music is a lot different than what it is today, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I'll leave it there.
Where you can talk about back that ass up, you know what I mean? Or you ain't nothing with the B word and so on and so forth. If you can roll with that and be invited to the White House, I mean, I don't think anybody really has anything to complain about.
That's true. John, thank you very much for hanging out with me, man.
Peace, health, and happiness.
Thank you very much, and the same to you, sir.
Yeah. And I thank you for coming out and doing the interview so that we keep this idea of the comedy and who's coming in and where they're coming in. One show tonight on Thursday, 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturday, and I will be here on Sunday to do my closing out show before I head home to my family for Thanksgiving. Those of you who make it to the show, thank you. Those of you who do not make it to the show, let me say on behalf of myself and the Funny Bone of Omaha, Nebraska, may you and yours have the very best and the most thankful of all Thanksgivings.
Could have said it better.